Well, aquatic exercise, exercising in the water, is a great way to exercise. It's for every body, literally, because water does relieve the weight. Actually, when you're in the water, you're about 90% way less, 90% less than you do on land.
Ah.
So you may feel 90% lighter than you do on land. So that's a great thing. People often think of water exercise only for people with joints or arthritis or maybe a lot of weight to lose or recovering from an injury, which is great for that. But it's also great for athletic training and regular exercise because there are so many benefits that you can get in the water that you can't really get on land.
Well, I'll tell you, I did the water exercise 4 days a week for several months. Best shape I was ever in my life. I am a believer.
Good.
Really good stuff. And you don't sweat, which is a big thing for me.
Funny thing is, you actually do, but the water washes it away, so you don't know you're sweating, right?
Very good, very good.
So tell us more about this aquatic exercise. I mean, does it benefit everyone of all ages? What are some things that you see that works to the benefit?
You know, I think above almost every kind of exercise, it benefits more people broadly in every different way than almost any other kind. Because you can be an extreme athlete, you can be recovering from severe injury, you could have severe rheumatoid arthritis, you could have lupus, and water is going to be good for you, no matter what. So you're just going to vary the intensity, how hard you work in the water.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well, we're not just talking swimming laps, though.
No, actually we're not.
Different exercises.
You know, swimming laps is only one way, Lisa. That's a great point. Swimming laps is great, but a lot of people don't like to swim laps, including me. But but I do love to exercise in the water. So you relieve the pressure of the pounding, like for running. Let's say for runners, you're pounding and you're pounding and you're pounding. So to improve your running, it's great to get in the water and get your body off those feet.
Wow. Well, we have some friends who are joining us here today. Bakersfield Life Magazine's Dining Divas, Norma Diaz, Nina Ha, and they, thank you, ladies, cannot thank you enough for coming in today. And Lee, walk us through some of the exercises that they're going to be sharing with us today.
Like any workout, you want to warm up first. So what they're doing is walking back and forth in the water to warm up their bodies. Now, like I said, you're about 90% lighter in the water, and the deeper you go, you're even less. So obviously, when you're not touching the ground, you're 100% lighter. But you also can add resistance by cupping your hands and pushing against the water, so kind of like you're swimming as you're walking. The water alone is 17 times more resistant than air. So if you're doing this in the water, you're getting 17 times, you're getting resistance
Like
training.
an all-over body workout no matter what you do.
If you cup your hands, you get even more.
Why is resistance important?
Resistance is important for the muscles.
Okay.
It's like weight training.
Okay.
Okay, so resistance training, you could be using a rubber band, you could be using water, you could be using weights, you could be using your body weight. All kinds of things are resistance training, and people don't really think of the water. If you ladies could grab those blue bells back there, this is a way we can increase the resistance training in the water. It's almost like
No, they're super light
they're
up
super
there.
light when
Right,
you pick them up.
They look like giant
In
Q-tips.
the water, not so much, right? If you guys could push down and up. So now you're going against the buoyancy of the water bells, and you're actually getting like weight training in the water.
Right.
So that's another way to add resistance in the water. Like I said, for people with arthritis or lupus or any other kind of thing, getting in the water is going to relieve the weight bearing. But I do want to make one important point.
Okay.
It's still important to get weight bearing exercise.
Okay.
So you don't want to do all of your exercise in the water because your bones don't really get the impact or the resistance that they need in the water.
That's an interesting point. I'd never heard that.
Yeah, so even if it's just adding walking, even if it's just adding a little bit of lightweight training.
And look at these girls with the big smiles on their faces. Do you girls all do the exercise in the water? Yeah?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, Norma has done some of the exercise for Volkslauf training. We actually did some water training for Volkslauf because it's a great way to improve their speed, which we'll get to in the next segment
Okay.
for athletes like Norma.
Walk us through some of the other exercises and benefits of what we're seeing here.
Turn your hands upside down. Now, as they pull down, we're going to get a different type of exercise than we did when they were pushing down.
Okay.
Okay.
What are they working here?
Right now, they're going to be working the triceps as they pull down. On the land, you would think of doing this as a bicep curl.
Right.
Right, but here we're actually pulling and working into the triceps. Yeah, you can feel that.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you turn your hands here, let's go up and down. We're doing a press, like a shoulder press.
Oh.
Like you're going to feel this in your shoulders, right?
What would that be the equivalent to
That would be like doing a row.
Okay.
Doing a
And
row
what
in the
kind of weight when that's all filled with water? Or
Actually, those aren't filled with water. What they are is they're foam.
stay okay.
So they're air and they're light. So the more pieces of foam you have, the harder that's going to be.
Oh.
Now, what you guys can do is push those foams to the middle. And put your hands on the outside.
Look at that.
And now we're going to push down there. So it just changes where the arms are. Okay, now if you'll put the weights, we'll call them the
Wait,
weights,
sure.
back on the side. I'm gonna have you run across, back and forth, okay?
Run across?
Run all the way over here, hurry, yeah.
So this is really going to get their cardio
Now we're gonna get their
up.
heart rate up.
Heart
right.
rate up.
Right. And then run
I
back.
think that's hard.
Well, it's 17 times harder than running against the air, right? Right. Now, as you come back, ladies, take big lunging steps. Nina, take big lunging steps. There you go. By the way, this is Linda on the end. She's a friend of mine who had bravely agreed to
Linda.
join.
You have some good friends, don't you?
I do.
Look at her.
How many people would get in a pool for their friends?
And
right?
look at the
on
smile.
TV.
Look at the smiles. We love that.
Now, you guys face this way and go across the pool like this. There you go. That's attractive. Yeah, that's attractive. And go back.
Now, would there be like an ankle
You could.
weight
If
of some
you put,
sort?
you wouldn't put weights. Because when you're working in the water, when you put weights, it's going to make it easier. Well, not easier, but you want buoyancy. So you're going to put something with air in it on your
okay.
ankles. So yeah, you could do that.
And not a donut. We're not talking, snacks in the pool.
No,
Okay.
nothing like that.
How's it feeling, ladies?
Refreshing.
Refreshing, right? We were worried it was going to be a little cold when they got in, but it feels good now,
We're
right?
warmed up quite a bit at this point. Now, how long do you have to do an exercise routine of this magnitude to see results?
You know, that's a question that could go to any type of exercise in any form, and that depends on your goals. What are you looking for? You know, the more you exercise, the more calories you're going to burn, the more weight loss. So typically what I would recommend would be 30 to 45 minutes to an hour with a five or so minute warm up, get in a little more intense, get in a little more intense with your cardio, and then go ahead and grab the weights to get those.
Oh,
column
weights
weights
again, girls.
Now we've got them warmed up, and we would go into maybe 15, 20 minutes of doing some type of resistance, just like on the land.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, possibly after you've done your resistance, go back to a little more cardio, cool down, stretch out. So, and actually this can be used to stretch out too. So if you'll put that out in front of you and just lean.
It's
Feel the stretch
almost
in
like
your shoulders.
Pilates. I'm kind of getting the feeling it's, Pilates. Nicely done, Nina. Nicely
It's
done.
really good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
a lot of stretching going on.
And then they can hold on to this weight like they are and then kind of run in place. And you can see that will help you be a little bit more. Now let's get your knees up like you're marching. There you go. Now this is just kind of helping them a little bit with balance, a little fun, Very good. How about doing this, ladies? TikTok.
So, Leah, do you offer these classes?
We
or-
do.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Tell
And
me
we
more
do.
about that.
We have an indoor heated pool at Total Woman. And so even in the wintertime, you can come do this at Total
Perfect.
Woman. And we have a variety of classes of all different levels and types. And when we do start our Volksoft training again in August, we will be offering the very intense pool training along with
very
that.
cool.
So
Now, can you also get one-on-one training
you
if,
could.
if you don't
sure,
want to do the whole
sure.
group thing?
Absolutely. A trainer would definitely train you in the water.
Wonderful. And how big are the classes? How many ladies would you have in the
You
in
know,
the
we
pool?
generally have anywhere between 15 to 20,
Wow.
25 people in a class. And we
Good-sized
provide all the
classes.
equipment. So it's all
Okay.
there
They don't
for
have
you.
to go out and buy any of these.
They don't have to. Some people like to, just so they come with their own, but for
Sure.
the most part, it's there for you. All right, good. So how about a little bit of this? Popcorn. I call that popcorn.
popcorn?
Hopping back and forth, yeah. So they're going to be really well warmed up now and getting their cardio.
Now, I'm thinking old school with aerobics.
Yes.
Because that was the big thing, and I was really working out a lot. And is it called water aerobics? Is
It's
it
called, it's water aerobics. It's kind of an old term,
Yeah,
but aquatic
yeah.
exercise we might
aquatic
call it now.
exercise? I like that a lot
You know,
better.
aerobics in the aerobics room is no longer aerobics, it's group exercise.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I need to get to the gym. I should have known that.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah.
Very good.
So,
And how many times a week? I guess like you mentioned, just depends on what your
you know,
goals
consider
are.
it like anything else. But what I do recommend is at least getting out of the pool once or twice a week, doing something, whether it be walking or, something that's weight bearing, for sure.
Okay.
Well, this is just a lot of fun, and I see swimming laps to me seems kind of boring, and you girls not boring. You girls are a lot of fun. Are you having a good time? Feeling good? Is this something that you guys do on a regular basis?
I don't bounce up and down all the time, no.
All right, put the water bells back down.
We sure appreciate it, mermaids. Thank you. Stick around. You're not going anywhere. You're not leaving until you have wrinkles on your toes and your fingers. Lee, Olivia, stay with us as well. We're going to have some more water training, water aerobics,
Aquatic exercise.
aquatic exercise tips right here on Live Well, only on Bakersfield.com.